What is going on, guys? The Inside the Blue Podcast, episode 89, and today, breaking down the New York Rangers' struggles and their loss to the San Jose Sharks in overtime. 3-2 the final. And I'm not going to lie, when it was 2-0, I went to bed because I thought this game was over. Igor would, allow maybe a goal and it would be 2-1 final, maybe a 3-1 final with an empty net for the Rangers. I was expecting a win when I hit the lights and went to bed. But I was wrong. This team finds a way to lose again and cost 2 points for themselves. Now, you could definitely thank the Philadelphia Flyers for losing, games in a row and, the Rangers still having the number one spot in the division. But if the Flyers kept playing how they were, there's a good chance that this Rangers team could fall to second. And with, Carolina and other teams on the come up, you could see this Rangers team being a third place team, but they're lucky with the spot they are. I think they know how bad they have been. I think Igor Shesterkin knows how bad he has been. It's just these are the games on your calendar that you circle that it is a win, guaranteed. This team should not be struggling or losing to the Ducks, the San Jose Sharks, the all those bad teams, the Blue Jackets, all those teams that are contending for a number one spot for the draft lottery. Quite honestly, that it's unacceptable. These are games that you mark on your calendar that are the quote unquote easy games. Now, playing in the National Hockey League is not easy at all, and there's going to be games where you have bad moments and bad losses, and this is a bad loss to the New York Rangers. I know they, squeaked away with a point, but you also have to look at it like this. Mackenzie Blackwood is not on the level of Igor Shesterkin. Now, I know Shesterkin has not played to the Igor Shesterkin expectations, but if we're being real with ourselves, we know that the Rangers have the better goalie. They have the better team. They have the better coaching staff, and they can't get it done. This team has to be under investigations. I don't know what the hell is going on in that locker room or what they need to do to get out of this mess. Have they hit rock bottom? I think they're 3-5-2 in their last 10. I just don't understand this team. I love them to death. I really do. They're out of the three sports I cover, the Rangers are probably at number one where I watch the most. Like closely. I love the Yankees, of course. I watch them very closely. I love the Giants, of course. I've had to deal with that bad season. But this Rangers team, I know is way better than they are. I know. I don't think this roster is bad. I mean, you can make your assumptions about how bad this bottom six is, and Barclay Goodrow's line not doing anything, a goal in the first 46 something games, 47, whatever it is. I can go on and on about Barclay Goodrow, how bad of a signing it's been, and the outcome: $3.6 million to have one goal. If you're getting paid $3.6 million, I'm expecting around 13 to 15 goals at least. 3.6 is almost what Filipino's making. And, there is some good news that he is back with the team. But it's interesting of, when he comes back, how is he going to play? Because he's had concussion injuries multiple times. And I think if he gets one more, I think he's done. I don't know if Filipino can really recover from his fifth concussion injury, fourth concussion injury. I mean, we saw it with Nolan Patrick. He is not officially retired, but he's not in a good state because he's got concussions, man. Artemi Panarin gets a goal. Adam Fox gets a goal. So those are your guys that expect to put up points. But I gotta say something. I know Mika Zibanejad is our top center and all. But I make the argument that Vincent Trocheck's been better than him this year. I make the argument now. I don't think overall. I think, if I was starting a franchise, I would take Vincent Trocheck over Mika Zibanejad. But I need more 5-on-5 from Mika Zibanejad. I need to see him on the scoring spectrum all the time, and I just don't see that. I see that with Artemi Panarin, and he's expected to do that. That's what he's paid to do. Mika Zibanejad getting $8.5 million. I don't know if I'm missing something. Comment below if I'm missing something, but I'm disappointed in how some of these guys are playing right now, and I expect better. Going forward. I feel like anytime I make a video like this, where it's not really a rant, it's just me, bad mouthing the team, they start to all of a sudden play better. But now, when I talk really good about them, a few episodes ago, I talk about how good the freaking Rangers are, and then they go on a skid where I believe they're 8-10 in their last 18 games after that. So that video definitely backfired. But I think this team is way better than they're playing. I think the game, I don't know what it is too, is when we play San Jose with David Quinn, he just has our number. So someone's got to, fix that, because David Quinn is not, a good head coach for this team. The Sharks don't have talent right now. Thomas Hertl, cool. Logan Couture, cool. Anthony Duclair, cool. Their goaltending stinks. This should have been a walk in the park, take 2 points, and get the hell out of San Jose. But we come to the conclusion that this team decides not to play, good when having a lead. This team had a 2-0 lead. And that's when I shut off the game to go to bed, because it was at like 12 o'clock at night, because it was an away game. But they decided to stink it up and cost themselves a point. Now, like I said earlier, thankfully, the teams behind you in the Metropolitan have not played good. Because if they're playing good, like I said, the Rangers would not be in first place. Am I panicking? Maybe. Because there is some panic levels to this team. Because this offense is not nearly good enough without a power play. If they don't have a power play, I don't know if they're scoring. I mean, that game against the Ducks, right? What do they have? A power play goal from Trocheck or someone like that? I think this team relies on the power play too much. I think they need more scoring. I think that if you're going to make a trade, I don't think they're going to make a trade anytime soon, but coming towards the deadline, I would enjoy a goal scorer. That third line, their third and fourth lines are not goal scoring lines. And if they don't get production from the top six, then you've lost the game, because I know that bottom six is not going to give you a goal. Now, they're good defensively, but I'd rather sacrifice some defense from those bottom six lines and turn it into offense. I don't know, but this team just really, there's some things with this team that I just don't understand. You go from being the hottest team in the NHL in 2023. You beat Tampa Bay to finish out the 2023. You go into 2024 and just lay eggs. And you play like dog poop. Like, what are we doing? There should be no way in hell that we should have lost that game yesterday. It's unacceptable, and they gotta fix it immediately, because it's pissing me off. It really is. Because I don't think this team is that bad. They are not a bad hockey team. They have talent. They have some of the better talent in the division, in my opinion. They have one of the best goalies in the NHL, but he is stinking up the crease because our defense is a bunch of traffic cones right now. Jacob Trouba just letting the guy go right through him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You should be laying him on his ass, Mr. Captain. What the fuck was that? I don't understand that. That should not happen. You're the guy that everybody feels on the ice. Oh, Jacob Trouba's on the ice. He's going to elbow someone or this and that. But no, he just walks the guy, go right through him. And thankfully, you got Igor Shesterkin in that, and he makes the save. I saw a clip from that, and I just almost lost my mind. I honestly almost broke my laptop. I'm not kidding. It was that bad, because this team is the worst hockey team in the league, and you lost to them. After that, they should be on the goal line next practice and skating up and down the ice doing suicides until their legs give out. You just can't let that happen. What if you need that point at the end of the season to move up a spot for, home ice advantage, but you look back and you say, "Oh, we lost to the fucking Sharks. That's what we did. We lost to the fucking Sharks. That's why we're not having home ice because we decided to lay a goose egg in the freaking overtime when you shouldn't even lost that." Have Vinny Trocheck take your face off. He wins it back to the D. He goes off. You put out Panarin or Zibanejad or one of your top scorers, Lafreniere, whatever. Easy as that. But nope. Sharks control it. And it is a beautiful setup with the tic-tac-toe. But another thing with that tic-tac-toe is, okay, Zibanejad runs into a Sharks player. Say what you want, whether it's interference or not. You don't go for your stick at that point. Your stick's at the freaking blue line. It's at the blue line, and you say, "Oh, I need this stick," instead of just leaving Shesterkin out to dry because Thomas Hertl is wide open in overtime. You can't do that. You just can't.